You were good friends with Chris Kelly and Chris Ross and Smith?
Yeah, Chris Ross. Yeah, that's why little homies. That was our homies right there. You think Jada Pinkett was entangling? She was entangling with Chris Kelly from Crisscross. Damn, that mother gave us an ounce of weed. We're gonna kick it right here. Then he came back in. He said, "Yeah, that was Jada Pinkett."
Everything that Chris started to do, I can tell you who he smoked his first joint with. I can tell you who he had his first drink with. I can tell you who he's with when he had.
We're all familiar with Jada's past entanglement with singer August Alsina, and lately we've been getting insights into the unconventional dynamics of Will and Jada's marriage. However, it seems that Jada has been playing this unconventional game for much longer than we thought. In fact, she might even have been involved with some very serious crimes like grooming Chris Tucker. Hear what his mother had to say.
He thought that he was getting away with something, and all of this, he was encouraged to do all of these things with adults.
In a recent interview, rapper Daz Dillinger, who was close to Jada's ex Tupac, dropped a bombshell from back in 1993, claiming that Jada had an entanglement with Chris Kelly from Criss Cross. If we do the math, Chris would have been around 15 years old at the time, while Jada would have been 22. You think Jada Pinkett was entangling? She was entangling with Chris Kelly from Mother Effin' Criss Cross, exclaimed Daz. Criss Cross was in the room and Chris was like, Jada Pinkett is at the door, but don't leave. Take this weed, chill. We were like, damn, he gave us an ounce of weed. We gon' kick it right here. Then he came back in and said, yeah, that was Jada Pinkett. I'm like, damn, that's Jada Pinkett at a young age. 1993 around that way. She was entangling then. Shout out to Jada.
But all I can say as a parent, you just have to support them. If it's drug abuse, you have to support them. If it's pregnancy, you have, whatever the case.
People couldn't believe the news when it came out. So Jada Pinkett was 22, creeping with Chris Kelly from Criss Cross when he was only 15. Another person pointed out how, where is the surviving Jada Pinkett documentary investigating her alleged molestation of Criss Cross member Chris Kelly? He later overdosed and suffered addiction, just like August Alsina. Anyone see a pattern here? And this person highlighted a shocking revelation about Jada's weirdness. She made some poor taste jokes comments about finding Jaden attractive and being in love with him when he was 14, and she was early 20s. Not great. But it's odd to use to defend Will and Jada considering all the rumors about Jada and Chris Kelly when he was only 15. Now, Daz Dillinger probably didn't intend to stir the pot, but fans began crunching the numbers on Jada and Chris's ages at the time. Turns out, Chris Kelly was only about 15 when this supposedly happened. Meanwhile, Jada was 22 in 1993, which means they were entangling when Chris was still underage.
Definitely was hanging out, at parties and stuff. Okay. And then, unfortunately he died. And, that was a heartbreak. And, rest in peace to him.
Jumping to 2020, Jada was the talk of the town last summer when R&B singer August Alsina revealed their affair. Many joined the conversation about the age difference between them, as Jada was in her 40s while Alsina was in his early 20s when their relationship began. Will Smith lightened the mood this week by sharing in a GQ interview that they have an open marriage. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship. So she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. I don't suggest our road for anybody. I don't suggest this road for anybody. But the experiences that the freedoms that we've given one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love. The Fresh Prince shared candidly with GQ. Will Smith might not be singing the same tune after these revelations, though. It seems that Daz's story certainly lines up for the most part, because Jada does have a history of drug dealing. There's definitely plausible corroboration in the sense that Jada could have gotten Chris hooked on drugs. Back in the day, Jada Pinkett Smith had quite an unexpected chapter in her school year. This was way before her encounters with rapper Tupac Shakur during their time at the Baltimore School for the Arts, and long before her eventual marriage to Will Smith. In 2017, right after the release of the Tupac biopic All Eyes on Me, Jada gave listeners an intimate glimpse into her past drug-related experiences on the radio show Sway's Universe. She spilled the beans saying, "It's kinda hard because I haven't really told the whole story. One of the things that's very interesting that I've never really said before is that when I first met Pac, when we first met, I was a drug dealer. Yes. However, a turning point came when she experienced something unpleasant during that period. This incident served as a catalyst for her to reassess her choices and distance herself from that world. She shared, "As I was coming out of the life, he was going more into the life. And so I've been having kind of an existential crisis around Pac. There was a point in which we met, and then we kind of were going our separate ways. And I just felt like, okay, God, one day you're going to do for Pac what you did for me, which is you saved me." And that just never happened for him. And that is something that I am constantly having to confront. Jada wanted the world to understand that her connection with Tupac was much more than a romantic fling. She emphasized Pac and I's relationship was about survival. That's how it started. And I know that most people want to always connect us in this romance thing, but that's just because they don't have the story. Jada's decision to open up about her school days came after she felt her friendship with Tupac was inaccurately portrayed in the biographical film. Their profound bond, which led Tupac to pen poems about Jada, wasn't fully captured on screen. In response to these discrepancies, Jada took to social media, writing, "Forgive me. My relationship to Pac is too precious to me for the scenes in All Eyes on Me to stand as truth." However, more recently, Jada has been making headlines for different reasons, particularly due to a memorable incident involving her husband, Will Smith, and comedian Chris Rock at the Oscars. Addressing this situation, Jada called for a period of healing and shared a poignant meme on Instagram, reading, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." Shifting gears, let's take a moment to remember Chris McDaddy Kelly, who was a significant figure in the 1990s rap duo Criss Cross. Tragically, he passed away a decade ago on May 1st, 2013, at the age of 34 due to a drug overdose. The subsequent toxicology report revealed the presence of both heroin and cocaine in his system. Kelly, alongside his childhood friend and Criss Cross partner Chris "Daddy Max" Smith, burst onto the hip-hop scene with their hit single Jump in 1992. Their signature style and captivating music video propelled the song to the pinnacle of success, securing the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. This achievement was mirrored by their debut album Totally Crossed Out, which also claimed the top position on the Billboard 200. Despite facing challenges and a later decline in their career, Criss Cross's impact on the hip-hop world remained undeniable. The likes of LL Cool J and Nicki Minaj paid tribute to Kelly after his untimely passing, underscoring the lasting impression he left on the genre. Chris Smith, who shared an unbreakable bond with Kelly, shared a heartfelt message that conveyed his profound loss. Moreover, Jermaine Dupri, the person who discovered Criss Cross and played an instrumental role in their journey, remembered Kelly not only for his artistic talent, but also for his warmth and friendship. And it seems that Chris isn't the only person that Jada may have groomed. Maybe she has a thing for young men considering what happened with August Alsina. One unnamed actress close to the Smiths said this after August revealed he was hurt by the way Jada dumped him. "Now, because August is speaking up, now you want to have a red table?" the actress said. "I will tell you what's going to happen. I bet you Will and Jada will be glorified." Meanwhile, sources suggest that August might not have revealed everything he knows. "I think he could have said a lot more regarding Jada, and he didn't," Ye told the Post. "I believe he was truly hurt about his breakup with Jada." According to a family friend, Will and Jada initially brought August into their Southern California home because he was struggling. "Will and Jada have big hearts. They look after people," the family friend said. "Look, August is troubled. He's had a lot of things to deal with, and they wanted to help him." Sources assert that the romantic involvement did not happen, while Will, Jada, and August were all residing together in the same house. The Hollywood actress added her perspective, stating, "You can look at August and see that there's a certain amount of pain that he is feeling, and you can hear in his words that he's trying to speak his truth while still protecting the Smiths." Jada previously said she was mentoring him. What kind of mentoring was she giving him where he felt he gave his all to a relationship that has left him devastated and hurt? You did not help him. You helped destroy him. And it seems like August isn't the only person who got destroyed by Jada, since she apparently also introduced Jaden Smith, that's right, her son, to psychedelic drugs. No wonder Jaden couldn't wait to get out of the house as soon as he grew up. It looks like Jada's antics go way deeper than we previously thought. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.